This is Brown Girl Beauty NYC. My name is Jazz and welcome back to my channel. Hi guys, so I'm back and I'm excited to actually be reviewing today the new Pat McGrath Sublime Perfection Concealers. Oh, here they are. So I'm really excited about this. As you know, Pat McGrath entered the complexion game like last year with her foundation, which I have, which is bomb. So she started with the foundation, she had the powders, and now we're on to the concealers. So the concealers, they have a setting powder that's supposed to go along with it to kind of blur out the under eye, but this is all they had in store, so this is what I got. The concealer comes in 36 shades. It's hydrating, lightweight, full coverage. That's supposed to hide blemishes, like dark circles like these. It's supposed to be all around great for your under eyes or great for anywhere you put them. It has skincare benefits. It has Vita Complex in there, so it's supposed to help with fine lines and wrinkles. So who doesn't love a concealer that's going to help with anti-aging? So I'm going to try it today. I'm going to wear the foundation. I'm going to conceal. Usually I always just conceal under my eyes. So I'm going to wear it under my eyes and see how it wears, see how it blends, and see how it goes. So when I'm looking for a concealer, there are a few things that I usually look for. I don't like the concealer to be like overly full coverage because sometimes like the fuller it is, the harder it is to blend, but I like it to be hydrating. I don't like a matte concealer. I just hate like when I have a matte concealer and I set it under my eyes. I feel like I look super old. So I like it to be hydrating. I like it to blend out smoothly and easily, and I like it to be long lasting and like just make me brighter, and overall just a really just good concealer. The concealer retails for $32, which I was surprised because most concealers, you know, they range, like especially on the higher end, they range from like $30 to $40. So this one was $32, so I thought it was fair. Comparing it to Nars is $30, Fenty's like $26, and Amande's like $34. So this is a pretty good price. The packaging is luxurious, and these things are glass, so you drop this, girls, it's breaking. So be extra careful with it. So with just the packaging and the luxury feel, even this box, like all her packaging, I just want to like keep forever and like put it like hang it, you know. But with all that, I was like, you know what, $32, you got my coins, I'm all for it. I am going to order the powder just because I feel like I'm a little extra, but let me try this and see how it goes. I got shade MD23 and I got shade MD24. MD24, it will probably be my true shade, but I got one lighter just so I can see for comparison of what it will actually look like. And in reference, in NARS concealer, I'm about a shade. I use the shade Amande in NARS. So this, I got these two. And I'm gonna actually show a clip of the actual shade range. The shade range is amazing. So from lighter to darker, there's all the shades. And there's a swatch here on my hand of the shades that I could have got away with in store. So one thing in store that I was super impressed with was that, you know how sometimes like when you get like medium like coverage and you look like my complexion, and then you go look for the concealer and the concealer is like either you get one or the other, the golden one or the olive one. This one, there were like 6 choices of what I could have picked, and like these two, like in the medium range, there was like 6 choices, and I picked these two, and I was like, wow, I actually have choices. So even if you're a little bit darker than me, there's a whole lot of different shades that you can actually get. And the foundation shade that I wear in the Pat McGrath is medium deep 25s. So let me stop talking and let's try the concealer with the foundation and let's see how it all goes down. So just to show you the reference just of shade of how they actually look, this is MD24, and the concealer is very creamy, so you don't need a lot at all, but this is M medium 24. I'm not sure if you can see it, I'll back out a little bit. And this one is MD23. So MD23 is a little bit more golden, and MD24 is a little bit more olivey. I like to highlight with a more olivey shade, so I probably would end up keeping this one and not using that one. So when I use it under my eyes, I think I'm gonna go with MD24, just because I feel like it'll look a little bit more natural. So I'll go with that shade. So without further ado, I'm gonna just start by putting some foundation on, and again, I'm shade medium deep 25 in the Pat McGrath foundation. So this foundation is really great. It's skin-like, it looks like skin, it makes you look like skin but better. So I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender and just kind of just start from there put it on. So the girls who like to glow, this foundation is for you. I'm going to take the concealer and apply it right underneath my eyes. So once I kind of put it on my hand, I see that this is actually full coverage, so I'm not going to go ham, but I'm going to kind of just go in like a mini triangle. Then I'm gonna go on the bridge of my nose and just like on my forehead. So this is like typically where I put concealer. So I'm gonna grab my beauty blender and see how it all blends out. So now I'm gonna take my beauty blender and blend it out. I let it sit for a second just because I just wanna see how it blends, and I'm really excited to get into it. So this is my favorite part. So you don't need a lot at all. I think I might have put too much actually. So already less is more. You don't need a ton. But it is brighter, like instantly. So good to know, it is full coverage. You do not need a lot. So this here is probably a little too much, but I'm gonna blend it out because I'm already here. So already I'm like, okay, you don't need a lot, $32, it'll last you a ton, like a long time, because sometimes like, even though like Nars is one of my favorite concealers for under eyes, I feel like sometimes you have to put like a lot and then blend it out just to get the coverage you want. But this, you don't need a lot at all. So blend out in the forehead. Let me wet my beauty blender a little bit more. So not hard to blend out at all, and it definitely brightened me up. So I wouldn't go any lighter than what I'm currently using right now. So upon first impressions of blending, blended out great. Coverage, it is full coverage. So depending on how much you're trying to cover, you do not need a lot at all. I will probably next time just do like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and just a stripe down the nose because I feel like I put on way too much. But it is radiant. As you can see, it's a radiant finish, and it blends out really, really nicely. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Pat. I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. So I think also too, I think it's important for me to see how well this concealer works with other products, because I don't have her setting powder or her new blurring powder that's supposed to go along with this. I'm gonna just set it with my Fenty and just see how it sits, and see how it wears. But so far so good. It gives really, really great coverage, and I like it so far. I do. So if you were going to use this as a spot concealer, then you definitely would have to set, because it is going more on the radiant side unless you want like a radiant finish. So for contouring, there's plenty of shades to contour with. So if you were to contour with it, less is more. You do not need a lot at all. So I'm going to set my makeup, just do my face like I normally would, and just see how I look at the end and give my final thoughts and opinions on it. So my final thoughts, I actually really like this concealer a lot, and I definitely think it's worth purchasing. So for $32, you get a good amount of size. Like even when I just put it on previously, if you saw, I put way too much. So you literally need a few swipes and you actually do get the full coverage. But I love that it's hydrating and it's not matte. Like the matte concealers, like I actually hate them because they're so dry under the eyes. This one really smooth under the eyes, and it set fine with the Fenty powder, and I'm sure it'll set fine with other powders that I actually like to use, like Sasha. I love that powder. But I love that I got the coverage that I was looking for. You don't need a lot, and it's Pat McGrath, so you can't go wrong. So I say for $32, you need to go out and try it. So let me know in the comments what you guys think of this video, and be sure to like it, and let me know if you guys are going to try this concealer, and let me know when you do, and I'll be sure when I get the powder I'll let you know my updated thoughts on that. But until then, have a good day.